Hey guys, the transformation goddess here. So I am going to show you guys tonight just a little snippet of me starting to pick up the pieces after a depressive episode. So depression and anxiety are things that sometimes people really glorify, in my opinion, and then also really hold tight to as their story, that it's something they have, so it becomes them. And I'm not judging, I'm just speaking purely from my experience. So if this is triggering to you or you're not in the space to receive my frankness, that's totally fine, and you can just skip to the next video by me. But I wanted to just share, it's going to be a little mini series, but I wanted to share what it's authentically like for me when I'm coming out of a depressive episode. They don't happen super often now because I've come so far in how balanced I am with my diet, being in tune with my body, honoring my own feelings, and releasing a lot of like clutter, what I call quantumly decluttering my life, through releasing a lot through the physical body, spiritual body, and my physical realms, despite trauma and past wiring and everything. So they don't happen super often now, but I really overgave a couple weeks ago in a situation, and what became very depleted, and really didn't realize I was in a depressive episode until about like the second day where I hadn't really done anything. I flew back to town on a Tuesday, and then on a Thursday, the recording for my audiobook was still not ready for me to do edits, and so I kind of chilled out for 2 days and just watched TV and relaxed a little, and I realized I needed the rest. But then I drove to Houston, and I was there for about a day and a half, and I was like, oh, like I didn't really move from the couch, and I really had no motivation to work on anything. I didn't open my laptop, which as a writer and a business owner, breaks are great, but it wasn't like a planned or intentional. It was like a back to survival instinct, right? Like, have to. So I slept for a few days, and then it was like slowly and surely just piecing things back together. But part of abundance for me, and what I'm going to show you guys, is while I've been a professional organizer and while I've written a book on getting your shit together, I'm also a human being. And the transformation goddess is all about like honoring our phases and our cycles, and working with ourselves and loving on ourselves, and not being, harder or judgmental. So my treat to myself this week was I was very aware that I had slept for I then, slept for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on this past Monday, I was like, okay, I think I can go to the grocery store. And I laugh because that's a very simple task, right? But after doing the sleep, I went back literally to my own book. A couple weeks ago, you'll see that I did a YouTube video on reading to you guys, and that was all centered around like reminding myself as well. Like, I like to incorporate, not preach at you guys, I like to share from my heart, and also in a format that's soothing to me. The ASMR really fills me up, and has for 10 years. And so I want to share from that place of authenticity. So what I'm going to do is show you how I really implement my own writing, and where my own writing of the gist of it came from. It's just these baby steps to getting, after something has happened, or a life shift, or a life change, or just something where maybe you were like me, you overdid it, and you're honoring your rest. I wanted to show you guys in a mini series how I'm doing that, because the abundance that I gave myself was after much childhood trauma of having everything having to be perfect and in order, and yet everything wasn't in order, it was chaos, but that somehow became my responsibility, and I really internalized that, I realized. So what I allowed myself to do was, while I'm in this in Houston, I watched kind of how like things started to like become quote unquote messy. Like I have everything like orderly in an area, like I know it is, but if somebody were to walk in, they'd be like, oh, like it's not company ready, like parlor seating ready. And I felt myself judging, and I was like, no, abundance and love to me feels like I'm tired, I'm gonna rest, and then I have a lot that I want to do and accomplish, and I don't want to put my energy into everything being perfect around me. And it's abundant for me to be like, I have enough time and I have enough space to just let my stuff be around me and not like picture perfect. So this little mini series is going to be me showing you me picking up and getting back into it. And I think it's worth saying that a lot of times if you are someone that struggles with anxiety or depression, or just the feeling that you need to control things to feel safe, like I often did when growing up, it can be very, very helpful to like let a little bit of chaos build up. And I'm not encouraging you to like, stress yourself out, but like don't do don't do everything perfectly every day. Like allow yourself a break from being perfect. If you're feeling really exhausted, and like reallocate your energy, but just the baby steps and the transitions of getting back to I don't even want to say normal, a place where you're operating at a higher function, but allowing yourself, if you need to, operate at the lower I call it like battery saving mode, like lower power mode. I was like, we're gonna put on the lower power button, and we're only gonna focus on like things that really matter. And my stuff wasn't in anybody else's way. It's not filthy or anything, so it wasn't, causing a hazard, just cluttered. So I'm going to show you just in this mini series how I'm baby stepping back into putting things together, and it won't take me very long at all. And that's what I realized, is when you allow yourself to rest, you can be a lot more efficient about getting back in order with things, and that the breaks and the rest are important. So tonight we're going to be in the bathroom. I'm just going to show you guys, I let my products just kind of explode onto the counter. Like, I'll adjust the camera now. Someone told me that they really liked the angles when I was just like moving the camera around myself. I thought that would bother you guys, because I thought it would be like, oh, like it's too much movement. I get a little motion sick, honestly. Like I can't watch things like the Blair Witch Trial, how it's filmed, because of the handheld camera. Like it almost makes me sick. So I'm just gonna show you, like, this is my mess. So like my bobby pins are all like my container dumped inside a bag that I had that I took to Seattle. So I'm just gonna be quietly, or rather like silently, probably won't talk too much, but I'm just gonna pick up my counter space, and I hope that the sounds are soothing. I hope that what I talked about was soothing to you, and I hope that if you feel like you struggle, or you struggle with anxiety and depression, or one or the other, I hope that you know that it's the baby steps of doing one thing at a time to feel better. And that usually what I've learned is that depression or anxiety is really an opportunity to heal. It's an invitation from your body and your mind and your spirit. It's drawing attention to something that maybe in the past really hurt or feels in the present familiar, like it could happen again. It could be maybe fear of the unknown or just being wrong and not perfect. And I just want you to know that I totally understand that fear. I totally understand how that can feel in your body, how unsafe that can feel in your body. And I just want you to know that if no one's ever put your safety as a priority, if you've been abandoned in some way before, whether it was by a parent or a boyfriend or girlfriend, a husband or wife, any other family member, a friend, a job even. You could feel very abandoned by a job even. I had some serious abandonment issues at one point in my life that sometimes the feeling in my body can still come up. Even though logically I've rewired my brain and I know that everyone's not my dad or my mom or my stepmom or my stepdad. And I also have a lot of compassion for younger me, who I was able to work through these things and be able to be here talking to you today in this way and sharing what I know to feel better, because I had these circumstances and I had compassion for the little girl that I was in some of these situations, and in some of these situations the adult that I was, who didn't know better, who wasn't taught better. But now that she knows better and has learned and loves herself and stands up for herself and has her own back, I'm here to tell you that you aren't alone. And I know it's really cheesy that like this too shall pass, but I've started to really, through my journaling, notice that we all have waves. I don't know what you know about human design, but I'm a projector, profile 1-3 in human design. And basically I'm here to be like a grand learner, student, and experimenter, and then share it with the world. So I want you to know that you're not alone, and there's waves of emotions that will come and go, and that's okay. You'll be okay. And I used to hate when people would tell me you'll be okay, because I didn't want to be okay. I wanted to be happy. And the truth is that your mind is a very powerful tool, and you can totally be happy. I believe that you can be happy, and not the like fake happy that comes from just putting on a happy face so that people don't ask you what's wrong, or ask too many questions, or that you become a bother, but that you actually can be happy. I believe that 100%. So I've been shaving my face, and this is my little razor that I've been shaving with. I should get like an actual one to do it, but I had a couple of plain ones before, so I was using those. I'm gonna grab my makeup bag. I think, what did I do with my makeup bag? Okay, well, I'll just put the makeup. If you watched my Dead Girl makeup tutorial, this is the Bare Mineral Concealer. And my favorite organized palette with the mirror. It's such a pretty color, like a plum color. on lashes or mascara or getting extensions, and so I just started doing kind of a dead girl makeup look where I do eyeshadow but like no mascara or anything around my lashes. My gua sha tool. So you can totally feel better. And there's nothing wrong with feeling, first of all, there's nothing wrong with feeling bad. I know we don't like it, but I used to, you know, really take my approach of like, the approach that my parents had of like, don't cry. Oh, don't waste your tears or energy. Well, you know, sometimes, in fact, I would venture to say all the times that if an emotion is welling up in you, it needs to be released. And how so many issues in the body happen is because things don't get released. Just like a lot of people hold on to stuff. If we hold on to our emotions, it can get really stagnant in the body. I talk about this in my Quantumly Decluttered coaching program. It's all about not just clearing out things from your physical space like we're doing right now, but clearing things out as well from your body, mind, spirit that might be stuck. So emotions are how we move things. I think it's important that we let the emotions move, you know? Okay. I'm gonna rinse out the sink. To the other side of the sink. Just a second. But I'm gonna put you back on me first. Ooh. So let's see. I don't know what I did with my makeup bags, but that's okay. So I have my toothbrush and toothpaste. We'll just line everything up here. travel size of the bronzer by Huda Beauty. Yeah, with me to Seattle. I really like it. It's good on the face too, but get rid of that too. Oops. Okay. Also, I still have quite a bit of this, but it's very sticky, and so I'm gonna let it go. So oftentimes when I'm reorganizing things, I will just ask myself, condense things where I can, ask myself if I'm really going to use the things that I have, and if not, then I just let them go. I recycle what I can. And everything else I just toss. Okay. This perfume is really nice, by the way. It's by Victor Wolf. It's called Flower Bomb. Now I've got everything kind of nicely lined up along here, and I've wiped down one side of the sink, and now wipe down the other. Okay. Yay. Alright, throw away this wet wipe. And have a lighter. I kind of keep a lighter almost everywhere, like in every room. If I'm in a house, or like one near each candle, just to make it easier to not like have to run all over and find it. So cleaned up the bathroom a little bit and put everything back together. So yeah, all my skincare and washer tool and oil are in here, vitamins, smelly perfumes, makeup, toothbrush, brush, easy to access. I'm gonna take out the trash now. Things like putting on a new toilet paper roll and also emptying the trash can be really, really good for the energetics of things. Now let's see what else. Oh, I have my bath stuff up here. I'm gonna flip things around so you can see. Okay. My shampoo jar. a little cleanup for my bathroom. Actually, I'm gonna spray the shower. All right, I'm gonna let the water sit, and I'm going to take the trash actually to the bigger trash can. I'll be right back. Alright, so now the bathroom is pretty much tidied. I'm gonna let the cleanser on the shower just kind of soak in. The last little thing I'm gonna do is the laundry is in the bathroom as well. And so I'm gonna just kind of tidy that up real quick. So it's really good too. I like to, part of tidying, just closing doors, and if you can, clean as you go as you're picking up. Like how I was organizing, I like to just like pick up things, wipe everything down at once, so it's not like two tasks. And then like the spraying of the shower, letting that sit for a little bit, and then coming back to it, because I'll probably take a bath later. But I hope you guys liked this little video, and just don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you know when I'm posting new ones. Again, this is going to be a mini series, so comment if this is helpful to see organization and cleaning up and tips about coming out of a depressive episode. Remember to keep it light and little and baby steps. Like I'm literally sitting on a stool in the bathroom while I did this, so it's not nearly as much energy to burn. And yeah, I will see you guys soon.